What if slavery didn't start, or you think it did? Long before Rome and Greece, it already existed. In the first civilizations, people were losing their freedom. But slavery in the ancient world was very different from place to place. In Mesopotamia, one of the earliest civilizations, slavery was part of the law. Written rules decided who could become a slave and why. Some people became slaves after being captured in wars. Others became slaves simply because they had debts they could not pay. Scene 9. Imagine losing your freedom just because you owed money. Scene 10. This type of slavery could even affect entire families. Scene 11. But surprisingly, not all slaves stayed slaves forever. Scene 12. Some could work, earn money, and eventually buy their freedom. Scene 13. In ancient Egypt, slavery looked different again. Scene 14. Many people believe slaves built the pyramids. Scene 15. But in reality, many workers were actually paid and cared for. Scene 16. They lived in organized communities and worked in teams. Scene 17. Still, slavery did exist, especially for prisoners of war. Scene 18. These captives were forced to serve the pharaoh. Scene 19. In ancient Greece, slavery became part of everyday life. Scene 20. Slaves worked in homes, farms, and even as teachers. Scene 21. Some were trusted with important responsibilities. Scene 22. But they still did not have true freedom. Scene 23. In ancient Rome, slavery grew even larger. Scene 24. Millions of people were controlled and forced to work. Scene 25. They worked in farms, mines, and massive construction projects. Scene 26. Some were even forced to fight as gladiators. Scene 27. Their lives were turned into entertainment. Scene 28. In ancient China, slavery was sometimes used as punishment. Scene 29. People who broke laws could lose their freedom. Scene 30. Even their families could be punished with forced labor. Scene 31. They were used to build large projects and serve the state. Scene 32. In ancient India, control looked different. Scene 33. Society was divided into strict social classes. Scene 34. Some people were born with very limited freedom. Scene 35. Their lives were decided from the moment they were born. Scene 36. Across all these civilizations, one thing is clear. Scene 37. Slavery was not one single system. Scene 38. It changed depending on power, culture, and time. Scene 39. But in every case, it meant losing control over your own life. Scene 40. And these early systems shaped history for thousands of years. Scene 41. Understanding them helps us understand the world today.